Hey, what's up guys? This is Vincent, and in this tutorial you're going to learn the basics of black and white photography editing in Lightroom Classic. So let's get started. Right now I'm in the basic panel, and usually when you want to create a black and white photo, you need to desaturate the image to remove all the color. But a better way of doing that in Lightroom Classic is by clicking on the B&W or the dedicated black and white tool right here. What that will do is it'll gray out the vibrance and saturation and remove the color from the photo. In addition, it'll introduce this black and white panel. Now this panel, it allows you to automatically adjust the different hues and adjust the luminance values of the different colors. So one option is I can click on auto to see what it does. It made a subtle change. Let me just reset that right now. But it's better to target the different individual colors. So for example, if I target the red channel or the red color, nothing really happens because there's only a little bit of red here. Watch as I slide it. But if I change the aqua or blue, I know there's a little bit of blue and turquoise in the sky. So I will decrease the blue or make it darker. And you can see this is now introduced here, that area. And I can also decrease the aqua and see if that makes a change. So it barely makes any change. And let me see what happens with purple, and nothing happens with purple. So it depends on what colors are present in your image. But I know there's green and yellow in this image right in the foreground here. So if I target the green, there's very little change. There's a little bit of grass changing here, but the yellow will make a more significant change. So I'm just making it darker or decreasing the luminance, or I can increase the luminance and make it brighter. One thing about the black and white tool is it's very basic in Lightroom Classic. The proper way to do black and white photo editing is by using different adjustments. So let's say for this photo, I'll just decrease the blue here, and then I'll decrease the yellow. And now what I'm going to do is I need to clean up this sky and put a little bit more focus on this area. So to truly use or to truly master black and white editing in Lightroom Classic, you need to start using the other tools, especially the masking tool right here. If you don't know how to do masking, there's a masking tutorial that I created. Check the link in the description. So here I'm going to brighten this area here. So I'm going to click on this brush, keep the size a little bit bigger. I will keep the flow at 100. And I'm just going to brush over here, just this area right now. And that looks good. Actually, I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to make the brush a little bit better, actually. I'm going to make it smaller, and I'm just going to brush around here. And put a little bit more emphasis on this area of the river or streams. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the midtones. Add a little bit of contrast. And then I'm going to add a little bit of texture and clarity. So now this is already looking a little bit better, and there's a little bit more emphasis on the body of water there. Let me just show you the before and after. Before and after. And remember, with the black and white tool, I made the sky a little bit darker by decreasing the blue here, but I want to make it a little bit more darker. So I'll introduce another mask, and I'll introduce the linear gradient mask. And I will mask it right here. And now I'm going to make this area a little bit darker. It's also a little bit of a vignette effect on the sky, because I'm making the top here darker, and I'll decrease the highlights. So now the image looks a lot better. So let's see the before and after the black and white edit. You can see the masking tool made a huge improvement to my black and white edit. Let me see the before and after. What I can also do is go back to this mask, increase the midtones a little bit more, and now I'm done with that. So I'll close it, and let me see if I can make some final adjustments with the blue here. No, that looks fine. And another adjustment I can do is add just a slight vignette to the corners and the edges, and that looks better. So when you want to do black and white photo editing in Lightroom Classic, best to start with this tool here if you're new to black and white editing, and then adjust the black and white sliders for the different colors. But to make your image really pop out, you need to start using the different tools, including the tone curve or the masking. There's different ways to do black and white photography, but this is just an example or an introduction to it. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, and check out my photography on Instagram. And as always, live easy, sleep breezy, and stay lovely.